take it from an old driver. Uber is not a gig to really put a lot of faith into. All right. Certain things have to fall into the right situation for you to be able to make Uber work for you. All right. This is just an old driver out here talking. I give advice on here, but let's just be real. Let's be honest. Uber is not a way of making a future. All right. It's a get by gig. All right. Now, as an old driver, I can make it work. All right. I know things. I know games. I know things to do to make it work for me. All right. Doesn't mean everyone can do it. There are certain things that have to fall right into step for it to work for you. If you're new here, hang on to the end of this and let's see if we can talk some wisdom today. All right. Uber is not the kind of job that's going to give you a future. It's a get back by thing. You know, you go out and do it because you got a bill. You got an extra mortgage. You got 3 car payments. You got a child in school. You got a child with special needs. There's a need to go out and do Uber. Some people do Uber as a job. That's what you do full time. You get up every day. You go out. You've got your little schedule. You know when in your area things happen. You get up and go get it. All right. That's the people that can make a career out of it because they have the motivation to make a somewhat of a career out of it. Don't plan on it lasting long, though. It's no benefits. Uber's not going to do a damn thing to give you more money. There's a lot of reasons why you don't look at it the same way as you do a long-term job. All right. It is a great gig thing, though. It's a way of getting out and make money. There are certain things you just need to do to make the extras to make it work. To be able to get someone to, get out of the vehicle and throw a 10 down as they're getting out of the vehicle. There's things you can do to make that happen. It's just everyone, because of your location, the vehicle you're driving, it makes it difficult. There are certain factors that I know of that I use that helps me, the rental vehicle, blah, 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 that I talk about on here. I'm not getting into all that. There are videos on here if you want to find out more about that. There are videos, plenty of them on here, that tell you how to make it work while you're doing it. All right. But don't count on it as being a full-time, a lifetime gig. Some of us older guys out here that have been, taxi drivers before, limo drivers before, we know how to play that transportation game a little bit better than the new guy, the new kid that's coming out here just to make some extra money. All right. So some of us know those kind of games. But if you're looking at Uber as a full-time thing, don't, look, and I've talked about it here before, and this also falls into that. Don't use your personal vehicle. If you're just coming out here to do Uber part-time as something you want to do for 6 months to help pay off a bill or whatever, go get you the rental while you're doing that. Don't depreciate that nice little vehicle that you got, if they're available, and I'll get into that in a second. Don't depreciate that nice little vehicle if you're only going to do Uber for a short period of time. Don't at the end of it all, at the end of that 6 months, be looking at that little vehicle that you ragged out, put all those mileage on. Don't do that to yourself. All right. Just go get your rental for 6 months if that's all you want to do Uber for. Play that game, work it out. There are videos again on this channel that tell you how to do that. But it's not a full-time, it's not a thing that everyone can make work. I get comments a lot from people that are making it work, that have figured out how to make the games that I play work for them, and they've stayed on with Uber. I've done videos here recently, about, how few stay on the platform after 6 months, or how many are lifetimers like me that are just figured it all out. We know how to play that game to make those extras, to make it rewarding enough for us to stay with the business, to stay in the transportation game. So, but it's not something that you don't figure that if you're new here, if you're new to Uber, you've only been doing it a short period of time, find you something else. Just go ahead and start looking. Look at a second income. let's let the old man teach you another game here, okay? I learned this a long time ago from some kids that I had working for me. They were from another country, and they were working 2 jobs. They would show up with me every day and work for me for, 8 hours a day. And then at night you could go over to a restaurant and see 2 of them, 3 of them working in the kitchen area, cooking back there. I asked them what they were doing. They were working 1 check for them and 1 check for their family that lives somewhere else. All right. If Americans, if we could figure that out right now at a young age, work 2 jobs. If you're young enough, if you're in your 20s and 30s and 40s, you need to get you 2 gigs, 2 sources at least of income. All right. Stick one of those sources away. Let it just sit away forever and ever and ever till you get to be my age and you're not having to get out here and do Uber. You're not having to do stuff. Plan ahead. That's what I'm trying to tell you here. Plan ahead. Don't think of Uber as a full-time, this is what I'm going to do for the next 20 years. Oh, I can go do this. This is easy. This is fun. Yeah, you can do that. It takes a toll on you, though. All right? Transportation does take a toll on you. You get out of the vehicle and you step out and start taking that first step out, and you start going, ooh, this straighten up. This is a little rough here. Yeah, if you don't have to do Uber at an old age, don't do it. The best way to not have to do it is plan ahead. All right. If you got to do Uber to pay off that mortgage or pay off that second mortgage or to help pay on that second mortgage or to help with that child care or whatever, completely understand. Work it. But be smart about it. Don't use your personal vehicle to do it for that short period of time. If you're only going to do it for a month, don't go out and rag out your personal vehicle, because in that month, you'll be surprised how many miles you're going to put on that personal vehicle. You're going to be surprised about how many people you're going to pick up in your back seat. You're going to be surprised about the wear and tear that you can put on a vehicle if you're doing it every day. If you're out here hustling, you'd be surprised the wear and tear you're going to put on a vehicle. It'll blow your mind. All right. I've been doing it a long time. This vehicle right here, God bless her. Love this little thing. It's been absolutely great. And I always have a moment when I have to turn my vehicles back in to get another one. I have a moment with that vehicle and thank it for taking care of me and making me some money. All right. But I get a fresh vehicle. I get a new vehicle. I'm able to go out and start all over again, because that's the way I do it. That's what works for me. It doesn't work for everybody. Everybody cannot go out and do what I do. A lot of experience here. A lot of experience sitting behind a steering wheel. A lot of experience with peeps in my back seat. A lot of experience, all right? That's what makes Daddy-O a little different along that line, all right? It's not bragging or nothing. It's just experience. Just all it is. I've done it. I've done it, all right? So, but anyway, I just wanted to let you know that don't plan on Uber being a career. I make it look good sometimes when I talk about, how old I am and how long I've been doing it and the things that I've been through. But it's not that. It's one of those jobs you want to get in, get your goal taken care of, and move on. Go find something that's more concrete, that's more substantial, that you can actually build a career off of. This is not a career. This is just something you got to do when you got to do it. All right. I'll let you go with that. You guys have a good afternoon, good evening. Daddy-O out for this moment. Bye.